The Well of Wonder, Allison's magical journey. Once upon a time, in a charming village far from busy cities, there lived a young girl named Allison. She was a curious and kind-hearted girl, but a feeling of loneliness persisted. You see, Allison had no friends her own age in town, and her parents were often out in the fields busying themselves. One sunny afternoon, while walking through the lush forest bordering her village, Allison saw a strange sight. Unlike anything he had ever seen before, a well stood in the square. It was made of ancient stone, and its beak shone silver. The well seemed to call to her, as if whispering the secrets of enchanting adventures. Intrigued and unable to resist, Allison cautiously approached the well. Her heart was beating with a mixture of excitement and fear. He reached out his small hand, hesitated for a moment, then gently touched the cool, silver-shining beak. As soon as the man's fingers touched her, she was surrounded by a shining light, and she felt drawn into the depths of the well. The world around him dimmed, and the familiar forest faded. Allison's mind spins in a kaleidoscope of colors and emotions. When the vortex finally stopped, he found herself in a whole new realm, a place called Forever. More and more, it was a world unlike any other. The sky was painted in shades of lavender, and the air carried the sweet scent of blooming flowers. Trees sang melodious melodies, and gurgling streams whispered secrets to listeners. Allison's heart swelled with wonder as she explored this enchanting land. She soon befriended the people of Evermore. There was a witty fox named Felix, who knew 1,000 languages, a wise old owl named Oliver, who acted as a keeper of knowledge, and a playful spirit named Spritz, who was known for his mischievous pranks. Each meeting brought new lessons and discoveries. Allison's days at Evermore were filled with adventures that sparked her spirit. She learned to fly with the wings of a delicate butterfly, swam under crystal clear water with sirens, and even helped the forest creatures defend their kingdom from an evil sorcerer who tried to darken the sky of Forevermore. However, as time passed, Allison couldn't help but miss her old life, her home, and her family. She knew she was far from her village and missed her parents terribly. She had grown so much during her time in Evermore, and she wondered if they would recognize her. One day, as she sat by the sparkling river with Felix the fox, her mind wandered back to the village. She told his longing to a friend who listened attentively. "Allison," Felix said, eyes full of wisdom, "you can stay here and forever if you want. But remember that for this, you have to completely give up your old life. There is no turning back." Allison's heart ached at the thought of leaving her new friends and the magical wonders of Evermore. But she also knew that she could not leave her family, who must be worried about her disappearance. She made her decision with a heavy heart. She said goodbye to her friends in Evermore, promising to visit them again someday. As she approached the enchanted well, she could not help but feel sad. She longed for the living worlds she had left behind. Taking a deep breath, Allison stepped into the well. The familiar glowing light enveloped her again, and she was transported back to her world. When she opened her eyes, she was standing by the well in her village, as if she had never left. Her heart swelled with both relief and sadness. She was at home. Allison's return was happily celebrated in the village. Her parents hugged her tightly, tears easily streaming down their faces. They never stopped wanting her to come back to them. Over the years, Allison has grown into a remarkable lessons she learned at Evermore stayed with her. Lessons of courage, kindness, and the value of home and family. She found new friends in the village, and she was no longer the lonely girl she used to be. One day, while walking in the village with her childhood friend John, she couldn't help but talk about his incredible adventures in Evermore. John listened with wide-eyed wonder to her stories of flying butterflies and talking trees. The moral of Allison's story was clear. True courage lies in following your heart, but sometimes it takes you back to where you belong. Her journey changed her in many ways, but it also strengthened her love for her family and her appreciation for the everyday wonders of her own world. And so, in the quiet village where she once felt so lonely, Allison discovered that she was never alone, because she carried the magic of Evermore in her heart, a reminder that even in the most ordinary places, extraordinary adventures can begin.